morning, nice to see you again. Today we're gonna talk about spices because I've been cooking for quite a while and showing you quite a lot of cooking videos. So I thought today I'll show you something different, which are the spices that I use for my cooking. I don't use that many types of spices, but only some of the common ones. So I'm going to show you what I do with the spices and explain to you what are the uses. Hi, I'm Nyonyarecipe, Nyonya Recipe. Nyonya Recipe is a fine place for fabulous food. And if you like my program, don't forget to click like and hit the subscribe button so that you'll be informed of all the videos that I upload. And I upload once a day. So let's go and see my nice spices. This morning when I take out all my spices, I realized that I've got so many. So today I'm going to start with 10 of them. So I've laid it out like this for you to see, and we'll go and see one by one the different types of spices and their uses. So let's start by the very common spice that we all use is pepper. And this is white pepper. Now white pepper, it comes from many regions, but the best one is from Sarawak, Malaysia. And this is what it looks like. And I got this when I went back to Malaysia last year. Oh, it wasn't last year, the year before. 2020 goes just like this. So these are very nice white peppercorns from Sarawak. The white pepper powder, we usually garnish our soup with this type of pepper. We don't normally use black pepper in Malaysia. We normally use white pepper, and white pepper has got a slightly more lighter fragrance than black pepper. Black pepper's smell is a bit like more heavy. So in Malaysia and Southeast Asia, we tend to use white pepper. We also use white peppercorns, and we crush it to use in our stew like the soy sauce pork or tau iuba. And we use it for nasi kunyit, which is turmeric rice. We actually put the peppercorn straight into the rice without crushing it. The other type of pepper is black pepper. And black pepper, I don't remember using it when I was young. And I only remember using it when I was doing the pandan chicken. And over here, people use a lot of black pepper. And it's actually white pepper is quite difficult to get over here in the UK. The one that I have, is also from Sarawak, which I bought. My niece bought for me when she went there. So I've got one big tub here. Over here, we use it to season our stews, our soup, and it comes in black coarse pepper or very fine pepper powder. This is what we call lada hitam in Malay, and white pepper is lada putih. The next type of pepper we get is the Sichuan pepper. Sichuan pepper is not that commonly used, and it's actually from China, the Sichuan province. It's not exactly a pepper, which is a berry, but this is more of a flower. The Chinese call it fa chiu, is flower pepper. I use this for my roast pork. I will grind it in the grinder or mortar and pestle, and then I will rub it on the skin and the underside of the roast pork before I roast it and season it with it. Some people like to add in for an extra dimension. And then in China, there's this dish called ma la. Ma la means ma is like numbing, la is heat from the pepper. So for the ma la chicken or mala prawns or mala style of cooking in China, they use Sichuan peppercorns, and it's really numbing. It's like when you're going to have your teeth pull out, you go to the dentist and the dentist inject this anesthetic onto your gum, and it's that type of feeling. So Sichuan pepper is actually very hot, but it's like a different type of heat that is numbing heat. That's why it's called mala tiao. Another one of my favorites spice is star anise. Star anise has got a very nice smell, very sweet smell, and I like it in my curries. Of course, in curry we use star anise as well. I love to put it in my stew, and star anise I sometimes put it in soups as well. The star anise powder, sometimes I add it together with my 5 spice powder, because sometimes 5 spice powder has got a different combination if it's different brand, and I find star anise is actually quite nice to add to the flavor. And star anise actually is very, very good for stew. It is called star anise, it's because it is star shaped. Yeah, and when you buy a big bag, it doesn't all come in a star shape. There will be some broken, but if you're cooking it, you can still use the broken one. It is, if you buy the premium one from like Schwartz or whatever, they all have this nice star shape, which is very expensive. And if you use it for decoration, it's nice, but for cooking, it all tastes the same whether it's broken or not broken. So there's no need to spend money on getting all the nice star anise shape unless you want to use it for decoration in Christmas. And this is the powder. Another common spice is cloves. Clove has got a very nice sweet smell and is used in curries, and sometimes I put it in my stew as well. And cloves, you can get it in powder form, and it's part of the curry powder that we use in Malaysia. And cloves are actually very tiny buds of a flower. And in Indonesia, they have these cloves in cigarettes. They call it kretek. And it's got, when you smoke it, it's got a very nice, what do you call that, clove smell, but I don't smoke. That's what I hear from other people. So clove is another type of spice that I use regularly. Another common spice in Malaysia is cinnamon, or over here as well. It is because cinnamon is a very common spice used by a lot of countries. And over here, they use it to put cinnamon bun and a lot of things. Where for us Malaysian, we use it for our curry. Put a stick of cinnamon in the curry, or I put it in my stew, in my soup, like a pumpkin soup or carrot soup. And then for the powder, I'll use it for my cinnamon buns and other sorts of kueh that I make. Cinnamon is very, very popular and it smells very nice. It's actually the bark of a tree, but you have to be careful. There's another one called cinnamon called cassia. Cassia bark is not actually cinnamon. Cassia bark smells and tastes like cinnamon, but it is not cinnamon and it's not so strong. So it comes in very big pieces, in very, very big pieces. So this is the true cinnamon. So you have to be careful, which cinnamon that you buy. Here is another common spice that we use in Malaysia. It's called fennel, and then the other one is called cumin. Yeah, this is cumin. So I always get confused when in the Malay term we call one is jintan manis and one is jintan putih, and I always got confused which is which. But now I figured it out, so it's okay. We call it jintan manis when it is white and jintan putih when it is brown. So I always think that, okay, brown is not jintan putih. Brown is jintan putih, and the putih, the whiter one, is not jintan putih. That's how I remember. But then again, now I realize why it is called jintan manis, which is fennel. Fennel has a very refreshing taste, and let me try. Okay, I'm biting on it. It actually releases a very sort of a minty taste if you put it in your mouth and you bite it. And the Indians or the Asians, they use this as a breath freshener after dinner. If you go to, let's say, an Asian or Indian restaurant, even in Malaysia, they'll coat this in sugar, and after meal we'll just pop into one in our mouth because Indian meals are very spicy and it refreshes your palate. So this is called jintan manis, and we use it as part of our curry powder. Curry powder contains loads of spices. Okay, now here is the jintan putih, which is the cumin. And cumin is also part of our curry powder. Cumin is also one of the spices in our curry powder, and we can have it in the whole form or in powder. And let me try. Cumin actually has a very distinct smell, and I feel, if I'm not mistaken, Mexican cooking has quite a lot of cumin in there because of the smell. If it's a lot, it's very powerful, and I don't like it to be too strong, but that's my personal preference. And over here we have a spice called fenugreek. Fenugreek is not a very common spice. I mean, in Malaysia we do use it. We use it for fish curry mainly for fish curry. Normally we use this as a powder as part of the rempah, rempah means the spice, and also to throw into the stew to give it a slight taste. And it actually looks like pebbles. It's actually a seed, and it has a very distinct taste. Here is the spice that we use a lot, and it's called coriander. So coriander actually comes in its seed form. Yeah, we also have it in coriander powder. Previously, in the good old days, we don't normally have powder, and we usually use all the spices whole, and then we'll grind it. But nowadays we use coriander powder because it's easier. In making our curry powder, we tend to use more of coriander powder compared to fenugreek, cumin, or fennel, or cloves and star anise. So the proportion of the coriander is like, maybe sometimes when you use 4 tablespoons, then we will only use like 1 teaspoon or half teaspoon of fenugreek, or 1 teaspoon of half teaspoon of the rest of spices. So it's actually more of the bulk of the curry powder that we make. So that's my take on the spices, and I hope you like it and you learn something new. If you think you have some more input for me, please don't forget to comment on the comment column below. So until the next time, don't forget to click like and hit the subscribe button so that you can be informed of all the videos that I upload. So until the next time, bye then, ciao, see you again, bye. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, bye.